let go and let God. Now, mind you, this is not about to be a Bible pushing religious type of video. By all means, I am not a religious person at all. I've never even read the Bible, or really much of any religious text for that matter. But one of the most misunderstood things and conceptions I've had about the world was the idea of God. And I am a firm believer in God, not in the same God or the same idea in religious context, but more so as God is like the divine being within us and exists and permeates throughout all things, kind of like consciousness in a sense. And God is everywhere. And by I say let go and let God, I mean that's one of the biggest things and biggest lessons that or one of the biggest connections I've had to actually attributing to my success, but then I forgot about it. So before Thailand, before my journey in all of this, um, I was complete degen. I was complete, had nothing, no values or anything aligned with my life, pretty much. And then, uh, you know, I won't spread this story out too long, but throughout the process, I, decided to fix up my life and put everything together. And then I started to run a business, started to go to the gym, started to have like work on myself, have a better physique. Um, Three pillars of life, the things that I preach: health, wealth, and relationships, right? And there was a certain point where I discovered something. I discovered a book. It was a book called Reality Transurfing. Now, this is a book more so tuned around manifestation and consciousness and how you are the creator of your reality, right? And through that, that your reality and the thing that you want in life already exists. Your destiny already exists, and there's infinite variations of your destiny or reality. And it's just a matter of choosing the one that choosing one and just going and getting it pretty much, right? But the problem is everyone has different frames of reality in life. Like some people believe you have to work extremely hard, grind day in and day out and suffer to get to what you want. Or there's some people that just genuinely don't believe like success is possible, or like that you have to be born into it, or you have to be, quote unquote, really lucky, right? But this book kind of erases all of those concepts and beliefs from that and talks about being one with creation, one with, in other words, in other ways of describing it, one with God. And it talks about things like pendulums are like energy things, like for example politics, the left, right, blue, red, man, woman, different polarities of certain things that swing back and forth. Pendulum is basically a source of energy that is built upon two opposing groups of people across different ideologies or different things, right? So if you believe in one thing, another person believes in another, and you both are defending that thing, and the pendulum just swings back and forth like that. And there's pendulums in everything. Everything is basically pendulum. Your phone's a pendulum. Your beliefs are pendulums. Even running a business, self-improvement, everything is a pendulum, right? And the sole purpose of a pendulum is to suck away your energy. So, for example, if you're really passionate or you have a lot of belief towards something, let's say if you're conservative or liberal, a lot of your emotions get put into that particular belief, which those emotions, right, is what the pendulum feeds off of. It feeds off your emotions because it gives it more strength and power, and it creates this big ball of energy that we cannot see. And essentially, when you get caught into these pendulums of politics or things like this in this nature or whatever's going on, or for example, like AI destroying the world or whatever it is, and that's all you think about, that's all you attribute your emotions to, then you are in one away from God. You are trapped in the pendulums of the physical manifestation of reality. You are trapped in the material world, the current whatever is going on right now, and that's taking up your attention. So you have no control over yourself other than whatever's going to pop up on the news, and then your emotions spike up, then you talk to your friends about it, and then you pretty much just confirm that reality happening, right? And it comes into letting go of those things, not letting them impact you, not the left, not right, not down, not letting people try to pull you into pendulums, because if other people are in pendulums, they're going to try to pull other people into it as well. And the whole idea is to have intention, have alignment, have focus on what it is that you truly want, right? So That's one of the biggest things I learned in that part of my journey, was understanding those concepts and being one with the universe, one with God. And the next part was, you know, actually putting it to practice. So you would want to put your attention and alignment and focus onto where you want to be. So for example, if you want to be fit, you want to, make a lot of money, you want to have financial freedom, then you would imagine yourself in a place where only that would be true and possible. And you imagine yourself that in that place so many times to where it just feels normal. It feels like, because your brain doesn't know what's the difference between a visualization and reality. So your subconscious mind doesn't know that, right? Until you are encapsulated in that state of being and you operate from that state every single day. And that's basically letting God. Now you've accepted and you've chosen what it is that you want. Now stop putting things or stories in front of you that are tied or pendulums to the material world that prevents you from getting there. So one of the biggest things, so after I did that, right before I get into the next story, after I did that, um, I was not doing a whole lot of work. I was working hard, but I was not doing a whole lot, and I was making a crap ton of money. I was able to pretty much live in Thailand for an entire almost 2 years without hardly doing anything. Right, my business was running, clients were happy, like results, everything was going the way I wanted to. But in that process, I forgot how I got there, what I did when I read that book, when I learned those concepts, and that set me back. That set me back a whole lot. Right, and it wasn't until I realized, at this point, then I started re-encapsulating the beliefs of like, oh, I need to work really hard to get what I want. Oh, I need to suffer to get what I want. If I didn't suffer, then I was failing. And I was just stuck in that cycle of perpetual suffering and improving a little bit and suffering and improving. It's just not a good way to get there, because you're operating from a place of lack, from a place away from God. And by letting go and letting God, you're basically letting go of the idea of the now. So the now is basically, I'm not saying the present moment. That's what you want to be in as the present, but the now as in the ideas and thoughts of the desire that you have towards what you want, and accepting that right now you don't have it, and if you never get it, you'll be okay with it. You're letting go. You're emotionally letting go of your attachment to the end goal, to let God take you there. And by let God take you there, it means you just do the actions every day without any um, without coming from a place of lack or coming from a place of desire or anything like that. It's where it's like, I really need it or I really want it. It's just, I'm just gonna go and do it and go get it. It's just, if I don't get it, it's fine. If I do get it, cool. I already knew I was gonna get it anyways. That's the attitude you need to have. You need to know with certainty that you are going to get it, and not with the type of certainty where you're excited. The type of certainty where if you want to go get like a carton of milk, you just get in your car and you drive to the store. You don't think much about it because it's just so normal. That's how you want to think about your goals, because the more you put them on a pedestal, the more it is difficult to get to that goal. And after realizing that again, and after letting go and letting God, everything started to flow again for me. Everything in my life, everything in my business, things just started happening the way it's supposed to happen. Hard conversations came out easy. Things just flowed. So that's the moral of the story of this video, of the things I've learned. Just let go and let God.